Hello, my name is Attero. I am a Protoss Grandmaster from Canada, and this will be my application for the IPL 5 qualifiers. So first I'd like to give a big thanks to IGN and IPL for giving me this opportunity. It is beyond awesome, so thank you, thank you, thank you. I am blessed with a Protoss versus Zerg, and being a Protoss Grandmaster, this should be easy for me to analyze and hopefully make this game as enjoyable as possible. So without further ado, let's get into the game. We have spawning on the bottom left location of IPL Daybreak none other than the Terran killer himself, Startail Parting. And his opponent, it is probably one of the sickest Zergs of 2011. He won the MLG finals at Providence, nabbing just, not a big deal, $50,000 FXO Leenock. Parting has done very well in the GSL code S. He actually made it to the round of 8. So he is definitely a player you don't want to mess with. And Leenock himself, he's still in Code A, so he does have to win one round to get back into Code S, which he most likely will. He was actually the runner-up to last season's GSL, so he's no slouch either. Of course, he took out the two-time MLG winner, not of the circuits, but of course Naniwa did win MLG Dallas and then the MLG Invite only tournament, taking out MVP and Nesty with dominating fashion. So Leenock, obviously a very scary opponent. Parting now doing exactly what every Protoss should be doing right now in PvZ. The metagame allows this, especially at this level. This may not apply to Diamond games and below, but at this level, especially against a player like Leenock, who won't be aggressive until he's established two bases, you can get away with a Nexus first, and that's exactly what Parting is going to do here. Apologize for the fact that it shows Startail Legend. That seems to be the ID he uses for North America. Startail Legend, of course, being the camera guy for the GSL. So make sure to tune into that. If you haven't already, you can see both of these players in action at least once a month. Both of these players actually met in the semi-finals of their winners bracket in the IPL 4, which is where this game is from. So if you haven't watched the IPL 4, do make sure to check them out on YouTube. It's www.youtube.com/IGNProLeague. Or if you like to watch the VODs on Twitch TV, it's www.twitch.tv. Actually, there's a dot in there, so I'll try that again. www.twitch.tv/IGNProLeague/videos. You can also have a look there. Meanwhile, we do see that the scout probe for Parting will get taken out. I do believe he was able to see the third, yes. So he is aware of everything that Leenock is doing. So he won't actually have to prepare for a two-base aggression anytime soon from Leenock. He's actually starting +1 relatively early here. Leenock is not going to be able to scout that, actually. He would have to use his Zerglings to do this, as we have a look at the Overlord. So this Overlord will get into position to see the third and fourth gas of Parting. Parting's actually cutting some probes for the time being. Okay, no. Going back into probe production right now. And you'll see almost every Korean go for a quick stalker just to get map control back from the Zerg. Most Zergs will not have the gas time that Leenock went for, so speed will be on the way, which is kind of, I'd say, a bit unorthodox, but when you actually see a third gas, that can definitely be a good choice, because third gas would either be a Stargate timing or potentially even DTs. So you do want that Zergling speed to kill any scout probes or even stalkers that your opponent might send out. So Parting is going to park his stalker at the tower right now and shouldn't be in any danger. This is going to allow him to send this probe out onto the map. But look at the positions of Leenock's overlords. So I'm just going to go on his vision right now. This overlord should be able to see this probe, but will Leenock notice it? So we do see that bit of a red blip, and actually Parting even stopped the probe, so we did see that Leenock noticed it, which is great. Another thing is that Leenock is actually going to scout the main base of Parting, but oh no, he's actually going the wrong way, so he's not going to be able to see the, wow, 5 gates. Normally we see 4 gate aggression, but we're going to see a total of 5 gates. The pylons are going to be going down. The Overlord is in position to scout this, so the probe should be taken out. No, actually, Leenock is going to go for the pylon. I'm not too sure if I agree with this choice, because Warp Gate is complete. We do see the Zealots morphing in right now, and the Zerglings did have speed, so they would have been able to kill this probe, but the probe is going to survive, and he's going to put down some more pylons as well. The Zealots do have an opportunity to attack right now because 8 roaches are on the way, so as soon as the roaches do come out, the attack should finish. We have the sentries and Stalker completely out of position right now. Surrounded the Zerglings. No! Oh my god, those are the most incredible force fields I have ever seen, because normally Zerglings would get stuck. We do have a force field prison going down right now. Parting did lose his Stalker, but he was able to save his sentries, which is a huge deal. I don't think any other Protoss would have been able to force field that well. So really good job by Parting. This is going to allow Leenock, however, the opportunity to take out this pylon, but will he lose these roaches? A couple of them do get away, but he will at least lose 2. No! The second one does get away with 12 HP, and Leenock looks to be holding this attack in flying colors. Parting actually went up to a total of 7 gateways. He's transitioning out of this, though. We do see that he is supply block. He actually cancelled his pylon, so he won't have supply for a decent while right now, just getting 73 out of 76, so he's going to go back into full chrono boost on his probes. But oh my god, Leenock, you're so good, sending in Zerglings to the natural of Parting. Probes are going to fall right now. Parting does have to pull them towards the gas line, but the Zerglings are now going to make their way into the main base. We do have one Zealot morphing right now, a second one as well, a probe almost going down. Just have a look, it's only been 4 probe kills total, and one of them was a scout early game. So Leenock just doing a little bit of harass. He did cause mining time to be lost, and he was able to clean up the pylons. No, excuse me, there's actually a pylon remaining right now for Parting, which is a big deal. He still has his probe alive. Oh, Parting, what are you doing? You should keep that probe hidden, but no, he's actually gonna send it to the tower. Alright. So this is going to tip off Leenock to send some units down to search for any pylons that probe may have left behind, but it's going to go to a tower where a Zergling's already there. So Leenock is going to kill that probe, and he's also sending units down to attack a potential third by Parting, and that is exactly what Parting is going for. But he already has +1 attack. He has a sizable army with 8 sentries. He'll be able to force field for days, especially if Leenock does not go for burrow or tunneling claws. Now the best thing for Leenock is he is taking out that final pylon, so there will be no pylons on the map for Parting to use for any counterattacks if Leenock decides to go for a big push on to the third. Now Leenock playing very smart. He is going up to that Spire Tech, and a lot of players struggle in this matchup. Whenever they're about to get attacked, they'll just stop droning, but not only that, after the attack is done, they cease droning completely and just make roaches and Zerglings and try to go for a huge attack. Of course, that would not have worked, so Leenock doing the smart thing. He is droning behind this. Meanwhile, we do have a nice attack at the natural ramp of Parting. Some beautiful force fields going down, trapping so many of these roaches, and they are going to go down with minimal losses to Parting. He still has his 8 original sentries, and they're going to just rack up as much energy as possible. And look at the positioning of these observers. Beautiful play so far by Parting, but Leenock not going to go for that aggressive stance. He is up to 72 drones right now against the 51 probes of Parting. But Parting playing so well right now. He's got 4 sentries apiece. And this Immortal in the mix now is going to be able to do tons of damage. So Leenock, for a second time, going up that ramp and losing just a ton of roaches. And we do see that Parting continuing to get his upgrades. We got +2 on the way will he start blinking? He's actually making cannons at home right now, so he almost anticipates a muta transition. Whenever you do see a decent number of links, that is a tell that the Zerg is saving gas for something. So sometimes it could be Hydras, it could be Infestors, but on a map like this, Mutas is an excellent choice. And for the third time in this game, Leenock tries to go up that ramp and is completely shut down, this time losing almost every single Zergling. That puts him down to a total of 28 because he has been making Zerglings because of the Muta switch, and we'll get a shot of these flying bats in a moment. There they are. Got a total of 7 right now. They're going to go into the main, but oh my god, Parting, you are so good. Already 3 cannons in the base, and Blink is done as well. Leenock was actually going to try to go up to the natural at the same time, but Parting all over that. He even put some stalkers in the main right now, and he's going to be +2 very soon. He does lose an observer though. Wow, really nice job by Leenock to make an overseer. He actually has a second overseer spotting that other observer, so that observer is going to get away. Nice reaction by Parting. And Parting is looking unkillable at the moment. These attempts by Leenock have failed so far. This time Leenock is going to get up into the natural, but will it work out? Here we go. Some beautiful force fields going down by Parting, and Leenock doesn't want any of that. The nicest thing is that he's forcing a ton of force fields. If he can continue to do that, then he might be able to have a better engagement. He's now going to dedicate his attack onto the forge. No upgrades are going to go down, so a minimal loss there for Parting. Stalkers were almost caught out of position. They're going to blink into the natural, and oh my god, Leenock spotted the Templar Archives, and that is researching. So Storm is going to get cancelled, but Leenock is going to be trapped into the main here, and these cannons are going to prevent the Nexus from going down. So this game is action-packed since that 7 gate from Parting. Now these probes are going to take a lot of splash damage by these mutas, but if we have a look, it's only 9 probe kills so far, so a really nice job by Leenock at the moment. Just trying to make the most out of his attacks, but Parting is defending so well. 75 drones to 59 probes, and look at this. Everywhere Leenock tries to attack, Parting just with a completely solid defense. He has made his Templar Archives. Just going to try to get a shot of it. It's actually at the 3rd base, where most of his units are, and it's more accessible, so these mutas are going to continue to try to do some damage here. And we do see he's actually continuing to make mutas, banelings as well. Banelings are usually the choice with this, but you normally want to kill the sentries first. And if we have a look, only 2 sentries have died, so Parting still has a total of 6. So if you are going to use banelings, as Leenock seems to commit to, usually you want them to be baneling bombs. We do have the mutas flying over the main right now. Oh, they did have an opportunity to try to kill some probes, but the stalkers were there. So Leenock just trying to be as safe as possible right now. The overseer is going to get in vision of this observer, so it will be taken out. So Parting will be slightly blind here, but a 3rd observer has been put down. So he will be able to see the mutas flying over there as they do right now. And wow, just really solid defense right now by Parting. He does have to be careful. He blinks back, but the cannons are not complete. But his army is in position right now, so the mutas are starting to fall. Some beautiful storms going down right now on all of the Zerglings and banelings. So that does get cleaned up. And Parting once again does hold. He morphs in Archons, and the force fields protecting the sentries from being taken out, but Leenock does focus every single Archon, and that's what he needs to do. He needs to kill these sentries, but Parting is defending them pretty well, but now they're getting caught out of position, and this time force fields won't be as good against mutas, so Parting being down to only 2 right now. He is blinking forward, but wow. After all is said and done, both players are almost even in supply right now. 153 to 186. The upgrades are getting pretty high for Parting. He's going to have +3 attack, and High Templars being sniped before they actually get energy, and Leenock's just unrelenting with this Mutaflock, and you cannot blame him. He's actually transitioning into Roaches and Lings right now. His Roaches don't have that much of great upgrades though. Unfortunately, they're only at 0 and 2. Leenock does have to get his armor going, but another engagement is going down. Those 2 full energy force fields are putting down some beautiful force fields. The force fielders of Parting have been unbelievable. And Leenock, whenever he decides to focus an attack, it just doesn't seem to be as big as it can. And the constant observer production has been phenomenal. So now he's going to try to attack the third. We do have some roaches and banelings busting into the natural. He's actually going for the nexus. The banelings are not connecting though. Oh my god, some misclicks from Leenock, and he actually doesn't get the nexus. Oh my god, how lucky was that for Parting? Unbelievable. Leenock though is on 5 bases. He does have Hive Tech complete. We do see that he is getting +2 melee attack on his Zerglings, but the Carapace upgrade hasn't started yet, which is a big deal. And now Parting is going to move out to take a 4th base, and Leenock is just now really saturating his 4th and his 5th gas. So that's going to put him in a huge lead, over 1,000 gas right now a minute for Leenock. And we do have 7 Brewlords being transformed right now. Parting though looking to be in a really sick position. He is continuing his upgrades beautifully, getting +2 armor as soon as +3 finished. So pound for pound his army is going to dish out a ton of damage, but 11 Brewlords is definitely going to be a scary number. We do have a nice Zealot attack into the 4th base of Leenock, but he will be able to clean this up with his entire army. That's going to allow Parting to actually start securing a 5th base. Wow. This game is getting to be a huge macro game. Very fast, unrelenting, non-stop action so far. But now we do have the slow, the strong Broodlords. And it looks like Leenock is going to rally some full energy queens right now. Usually you do make queens behind this. He already does have them in position as well. Not going to continue his upgrades though, and that may play a factor in these engagements. But we do have Banelings, Mutas, Storm's actually going down on the Brewlords, and with the transfusions, that's not going to be the best decision. And it looks like Parting is going to go for a base trade. He knows that he can't really fight the Brewlords right now, so he's going to go send some Stalkers into the natural and attack. No, he's actually pulling back. I thought he was going to commit to the 4th base, and the entire army of Leenock is falling back, and Banelings blowing up on every single Stalker. That's going to clean up that attack, and wow. Leenock is just looking so good right now. The Queen is going to go down. Parting is getting away with some decent damage at the 4th base. Excuse me, this is the 3rd base of Leenock. He actually could have went for that Great Aspire, but that probably wouldn't have worked out. Going for the drones was a better decision, but Leenock is going to remake that. Meanwhile, we do have the Brewlords raining terror on the High Templars for Parting right now, and Parting is almost famous for his beautiful storming, but against Brewlords, it's not going to be enough. Parting is going to force the issue once again. He's remade a huge amount of Stalkers. The Queens are caught here as well, but it looks like Parting is going to back off. He did kill the Infestors, so the Infestor count is actually at 4 right now. Not where you'd want them to be as a Zerg player, but look at this. Parting is on equal number of bases to the Zerg player. That is huge. And these Brewlords are kind of caught out of position. Where are the Stalkers? Alright, they're over here towards the 4th base, but more Infestors being taken out. They do throw down a Fungal, but Fungals are only good if the Brewlords are getting involved, and it looks like Parting is going to give up this base. He's using multi-pronged aggression to deal with the immobile force that Leenock has right now. So many drones being taken out right now, and we do have a Mama ship being built in the main of Parting. But it looks like the 5th base has been taken out, and Parting is doing pretty much the best thing you can do against Brewlords without actually having a mothership. Infestors constantly being taken out right now, and we do see that Leenock is always making Infestors, but with the ability of Parting to be everywhere at once, they keep getting sniped. We do see that the low HP Nexus is being under siege right now for Parting. It is going to be taken out, and oh my god, how is Parting going to deal with these Brewlords? A total of 12 right now, completely uncontested. Actually, he's making a Void Ray, and there's not a single Corruptor right now for Leenock. He is sending some infestors, but once again, parting on top of that, he might actually snipe them. We don't have any fungals going down. A feedback going down on the infestors, and the Void Ray already starting to do some damage to these Broodlords. One has been taken out already, but the Corruptors are joining in the battle, so they will be able to kill the Void Rays. But wow, excellent job by parting right now, just making the most of his Blink Stalkers left and right. We do see +3 melee attack coming off the line right now. Drones being pulled though for Leenock, and all he really needs is a storm. Beautiful control by parting. He is getting a feedback on that infestor. Meanwhile, he is losing his natural. The robotics facility is under siege, and wow, we are gonna see a base raid. It doesn't look like parting cares about the Broodlords at all. He did manage to get that mothership out, which is really important. He's remaking his cybernetics core. He's got to put down gateways though at his new base here, which does Leenock even know about this base? That is the question. No, Leenock has no idea. He's gonna lose his third. Leenock is not even mining right now. He doesn't even have enough to build a hatchery. Oh my god, what a sick turn of events we have in this game. It looked like Leenock's Broodlord force was going to win him the game, but all of a sudden, parting is making so much happen right now with his Blink Stalkers. He's going to make his way towards the natural, and there's nothing that Leenock has to read this. So, believe it or not, parting is up in supply, 94 to the 79 of Leenock right now, and Leenock still doesn't know about this base. A Dark Shrine is going to go down. We do have 5 infestors that of course can detect, but do we have an Overseer? No. So really smart decision by parting to go for that Dark Shrine. The only problem is he has nothing to make Dark Templars with. He does have to remake those gateways. He's actually sending away probes just in case Leenock eventually finds this base, but everything going down for Leenock right now. He's just going to be able to make extractors. We do have the first one going down right now. Infestors are trying to rally themselves together. He originally only had 5, but now he's going to have a total of 7, and parting is not going to be able to catch this infestor running across the map, but the DTs could cause some problems. Finally, we do have a gateway being put down, but not only does he have to make that gateway, the pylons are going down, putting him in the red. 96 supply is going to require a ton of pylons, but the mothership right now is rallied with the army, and oh my god, he's actually going to have 2 vortexes by the time these guys engage, and he's splitting his army. He is being revealed. Leenock, 74 supply right now, losing his final extractors. The only extractor we have right now is over here at the natural, and he didn't even actually kill the gateways. Leenock, when you're going for a base raid, you have to kill the bases of your opponent, but there is a nexus for parting, so he's not being revealed, but he's not even able to build DT. So this Dark Shrine was a great idea, but when you just don't have the supply, it won't work out. And it looks like we are going to have a final engagement. Leenock with the Broodlords will be able to clean up that final base. But here we go. Some feedbacks going down. 2 of the infestors being taken out almost immediately. And I don't think Leenock has any detection whatsoever. He does have to kill the mothership. A beautiful vortex going down right now on the infestors, so he's not going to be able to actually detect this army. As soon as it comes out, he will not know anything, and parting is sending the mothership away. He can even recall if he wants to, but will it matter? A storm going down, another one on the Broodlords, and GG! Parting takes the series, because this was in fact game number 3 between these guys, and wow, that is how you do it. Always ending a game with a vortex, Kiwikaki-esque IPL 3. That's going to allow parting to advance. Of course, this tournament was already completed, so you can definitely check them out once again. www.youtube.com/IGN Pro League. My name is Attero. You can check me out on Twitter at SC2Attero, and I also stream my gameplay. As I mentioned at the beginning of this cast, I am a Protoss Grandmaster from Canada. You can watch my play twitch.tv/SC2Attero, and I do hope I get picked. So I hope you enjoyed my casting, and hope I can be part of the IPL 5 qualifiers. Thank you so much, IPL, IGN, and all the great people that work there. Be safe.